everybody, and welcome to the channel Lost Latvian Network. My name is Janis. I'm better known on YouTube going by the Lost Latvian. So, this is something what I've been thinking about for a long time, and now it's becoming a reality. So under the Lost Latvian, my main channel, we're gonna create these. We're gonna create the network basically, and we're gonna branch out, and we're gonna create all different kinds of videos for everybody to watch. So for those of you who know me, you know I'm a hat guy. I'm a fitted hat guy. I collect fitted hats. And that is my true passion. And but I have so many different interests, and it's very hard for me to post videos about something else on the channel where I show off my hats. So I decided to create this network, basically, where everything's gonna go under the Lost Latvian Network, in short LL Network, and then I'm gonna branch out and show different types of videos under each branch. So you could think of, and I'm gonna be bold here, just so you guys understand what I'm talking about. It's like a Discovery Channel, So you have a Discovery Channel, and then you have the Discovery Science, Discovery Travel, Discovery Food, Discovery whatever, So same kind of principle, here. So I really like this idea about creating the videos. I always wanted to be in media, so to speak, but like on my own terms and stuff. And finally, I'm at the a stage in my life, where everything is somewhat stable, and I don't go out and like per se party with the people or whatnot. I'm more of a lone wolf type of person. I like to be surrounded with my gadgets, with my hobbies, and things like that. So I really want to make it and make this one to work, So for a while, I'm gonna run this video for probably for around a month. I'm gonna parallel run these type of videos. One is gonna go to my Lost Latvian channel on YouTube, and if you search the pages and stuff like that, you're gonna be able to find this video. But I'm launching the Lost Latvian Network channel, and under that channel, I haven't thought it all the way through. Maybe I will create these specific pages, sections where I'm gonna branch out, and I'm gonna start posting videos there. You'll have to resubscribe to that channel, in order to be able to watch all these videos. And once the whole transition is going to be over, then the Lost Latvian channel is going to be only about the hats. Does that make any sense? Clear as a mud? So, okay, guys, just bear with me. And so this video, I'm going to try something completely new. I'm very excited about this one. And I don't know yet how I'm going to call it. Could be like a Google Streetwalker or something like that. But basically, this is going to be something geography related, street related, sights to be seen related, without leaving your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen, wherever you may watch this channel, these videos. And first, what I want to show you guys is actually uh, where I'm from, where I came from. You know, I live in United States now, and I've been living for almost 20 years. But I was not born in United States, and English is not my first language. English is actually my third language. And so, in these series of videos, what I'm gonna do is uh, I'm gonna pull up the Google Maps, drop the little guy. You know, you can see the little icon thing on a street view, and we're gonna walk the streets, compare, you know, how the houses look in different places, you know, and all kinds of stuff. You're gonna have to watch it. It's gonna be pretty cool, in my opinion. Again, you know. So for the people who cannot travel or whatnot, you know, I can take you to places I have been before, you know, and you know, talk about them, and yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And also, the thing is a lot, and I'm going to speak about the Americans. It's pretty freaking embarrassing how many Americans do not know the map, you know, do not know the countries and stuff like that. So I want to help out them, you know, and people may find this video very entertaining, you know, and educational, because you will learn about different places. You know, geography in school, when I was in school, was one of my favorite subjects. And so I pretty much know every freaking country's flag. You know, I know pretty much where everything is located. There could be, you know, these little places, you know, around the world, like the Pacific little islands, you know, and stuff. I probably would not be able to narrow it down exactly where it's at, but I'll be in the general area for sure. So yeah, and so I will visit different countries, different cities, different neighborhoods, you know. And if you find this entertaining and you want to be on show, so to speak, give me an idea where you want me to go, to which region, to which city, and I'll walk the streets and with you, and I'm kind of gonna tell you my perspective, you know, what I think about the place, you know, and I'm not going to judge like crazy, you know, like this place is this and that's a bad country or whatnot. No, I can't do it because, you know, you got to live somewhere to understand how everything works, you know, and we're going to get into this, but let's start the video here, you know, and I'm going to share my screen so we all can see what we're going to be doing here. And yeah, so here we go. And the very first thing what we're looking at right now is a Google Maps. Google Maps, you know, and this is the whole freaking world, you know, if you look at it, you know, from all the, you know, Asia, Europe, Africa, Middle East right here, Australia, Pacific Islands here. And then you go down to like South America, Central America, and United States. And so very first country and very first place, and the place I know the best, is the country where I came from. And that country is Latvia. So it's, you may wonder where Latvia is at. So it's in Europe, you know, it's in Europe. So we got to look somewhere here, right? Because this is the Europe, you know. They call it as an Eastern Europe. And I'm like, you know, I don't know why they call it an Eastern Europe, to be honest with, you know, because here are Ural Mountains. Like this is Russia and here are the Ural Mountains. That is where Europe ends and Asia starts. You know, Asia is towards the east right here. Ural Mountains, Ural Mountain range, you know. So Latvia is right here. This is my country. This is Latvia, this little small country, you know. This is where I'm from. So if you look, so my country is here. So the Western Europe would be somewhere around here. You know, let's say I would cut it like the Germany, you know, and down to Austria and Italy and whatever. That would be the Western part, in my opinion, again, you know. Then the middle of the Europe would be the starting with the Poland and going down to Greece, and including Turkey, and would go up somewhere to like probably like to Moscow, that would be like the middle of the Europe, So we could call it, let's call it wherever Russia starts. Russia would be Eastern Europe, and then everything else would be the Central Europe, However, they call Western this part with the Spain and Portugal, UK, France. Then the middle is the Germany, Czech, Austria, Hungary, Croatia, Italy. And then the Eastern, they call everything, like basically former Soviet republics, and we were one of them, We got occupied by Russians, So all these countries automatically now is associated with the Eastern Europe, and I strongly disagree with that. I don't like that, But for whatever reason, I better than call it the Northern Europe, And this is the Northern Europe, like Norway, Sweden, Finland, But it is what it is, So for you to better understand, like how I got to United States and where I'm at right now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to type in the place I left and the place I came to. And I'll pick the plane and look what we got here, So I flew from my capital city, Riga, with my son, who was at the time 13 years old, I believe, and my 9-year-old dog was a boxer dog. And I actually can show you a picture of him. So this is my boy right here. I took him with me. It was a bad glare, but yeah. So his name was actually Saddam, but it's nothing to do with that Saddam, what you may think. It was just a cool name for a boxer dog, and so we traveled, we went from Riga, we flew on British Airways to London Heathrow, and then we took off from London Heathrow on a 747 and flew all the way from here, all the way directly to Denver. And that's where I'm at, right now. This is my home now, home away from home. And I can't really tell you I've been away for so long now that my home now is United States, and when I go back to Latvia, I feel like I'm a guest over there. So I live in the northern Denver in this part, So, but yeah, that was my journey, a long plane ride with my dogs, my son, Riga to London, London to Denver. So now let's look at the place, where I lived at, And so this is Latvia, and we are kind of smack in the middle between the other Baltic states, our neighbors, and usually a lot of times, you're going to hear that people speaking about the Baltic states. So these are the 3 Baltic states. Estonia to our up to north, of Latvia, Estonia. Then there's Latvia, my country, and then there's Lithuania. A lot of times, Lithuania and Latvia get switched, for whatever reason. A lot of people, like, I don't know, Lithuanians have done a better PR or something like that, A lot of people know more about Lithuania than Latvia. But I'm from Latvia here, Latvia actually has, let's see, they have 4 regions. I come from Kurzeme. And so the Kurzeme is actually somewhere from here down here, and then it goes around right here. And like in ancient Latvia, this part of the Latvia was called Kurland. Then there's this this place, which goes kind of like right here. I don't know exactly how far, but let's say somewhere around here. This is called Zemgale. Yeah. Then there is the biggest, I believe, is Vidzeme. So the central part around the capital city, Riga. So right down here and up here, that's called Vidzeme. And then there's Latgale. And that is coming somewhere from here in this eastern part of Latvia. That is Latgale. And people speak in almost like in their own language. It's a Latgales valoda, so basically Latgalian language, and I have a very difficult time understanding the way they speak over there. We in this region in Kurzeme also speak kind of weird. We cut the word, like the end of the word down, so kind of shorten everything up, and so people from Riga are laughing about us, like the Vidzeme region. They're supposedly speaking the clearest in Latvia. That's what they're saying to everybody else. So yeah, but this eastern part is hard to understand. It's a very unique language. So from Kurzeme, I'm from Kurzeme, okay. So I come from the city on the Baltic Sea, and the city name is Ventspils. One of the cleanest cities in Latvia. Like everything, streets are repaired. Like you're not gonna find a freaking dust on the streets. I can tell you that much. It's a very, very well upkept city, but not always that was the case. When I grew up in 80s, that city was ran down a lot because Russians, so we were occupied by Russians, till up until 1991. And they pumped through there was a railroad coming from all kinds of places, and went to Ventspils, which was one of the biggest port cities, in Europe. And there still are, but the volume has gone down big time. So we pumped through the port a lot of chemicals and stuff. And so what happened was that on one part of the a city, the trees didn't even have leaves on, that's how polluted it was. Then times changed, and different, we gained back our freedom, the city was rich at the time. And so we fixed everything up, but that's probably, not everything went great there either, but I'll talk about it some other time, But so, yeah, I'm gonna show you like my house where I grew up, and we're gonna walk the streets, and then we're gonna pick a random place in Russia, let's say, and see how different our city is about the same size city in Russia, So Latvia is in European Union. We also joined the NATO. And so we were the three countries when Soviet Union collapsed and Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania took off, like a madman, And we do not regret that we made that choice, because everybody knows now what's going on here in Ukraine. Okay. So yeah, let me just now zoom into kind of like a street view, and I don't even know where to start. I'm kind of emotional, and because I know I'm gonna see a bunch of things I recognize, and I know all these neighborhoods, but let's just start right like where I grew up. I'm gonna drop the little guy here. We're gonna get on the street view, and I pretty much got a smack on, where I want it to be. So we're going to zoom in. This is the house I grew up. And my brother lives right now. He lives right there. So if you look in the backyard, like a lot has changed, since I grew up there. A lot has changed. So this was our kitchen right here. That's a kitchen window right there. Yeah. So let's just walk a little bit. So this window and that window was my mom's and my dad's room right here. I used to have a satellite antenna right here. That bracket and everything is still there, so how funny. These trees, this little oak tree, it's not little anymore. This oak tree was small. When I was a kid, it was like yay long, so this is about 40 years old oak tree. This is a linden tree, this big one. This is another linden tree. This is huge. It was a big tree when I grew up. So let's walk a little more forward. As you can see, picture is taken in June 2021. So you can't really see through, but yeah, here's a Latvian flag. Kind of hard to see, but this window right here, that is my window. So that's the house I grew up, guys. At the time, the street, that's the house. At the time, the street was gravel road, but then they laid these little bricks and made it nice and neat, This is a house where my buddy used to live. House is totally remodeled, redone. They do not live there anymore. I know the person who lives there, though. But yeah, a lot has changed. A lot has changed. But yeah, so where do we want to go? How about let's just let me show you when we were kids. We had the house where we all used to. Oh wow, this house right here looked completely different when I grew up. A lot has changed. I haven't been home for 6 years, but I'm gonna go this September. But I know this neighborhood so well. So all roads are laid with these little bricks. But I want to show you. So this is just around the corner, basically. This is where us kids hung out, We had the whole house. So now, guys, let's look at this. Oh, my. Let's look at this building. Let's go back a little bit. So this is where my childhood happened, actually, in this house. This belonged to one of my great friends' dad. He was a fisherman, so he would go to seas, for 6 months at a time, and house was half built. What I mean by that, it didn't look like this. This is underneath all this is a brick house, and all we got was the windows, not these windows, but just the regular windows and the roof on it, And his dad let us kids to occupy the house and do whatever we want, So this room up here on the second floor was kind of cool. We put in the ping pong table there, we would play a ping pong and stuff like that. We had the couch, we had everything there, We would just hang out, a bunch of kids listening to the music. And so here is the back room right here. that's where the shit went down, you know. So we had a TV in there, you know, and we have a couple other couches, a table. We would play the cards, you know, and do all sorts of things, you know. And then later on, we put the antenna on, you know, so we could catch the Swedish television, you know. Sometimes on a clear night, we could see it. And bear in mind, this was all in the Soviet times, you know. So I don't know how we never got cops called on us because we play like a loud music and everything like that. And we were like 20 kids. And so now when we got to like age of 16, 17, you know, 18, man, there were girls and everything, you know. One summer we had about 300 different people coming to the house, you know, and hanging out. So it was like our stronghold, you know. So, I would have to search for some pictures, you know. I know that I have them somewhere. Maybe one day I will make another video showing about this house and all group of people, you know. So yeah, it was kind of cool. So very nostalgic. And this was also the gravel road. Now it's all in brick. So they have done an amazing job. The house got sold, you know, and there are new owners. I got no idea who they are. And so we went, you can't see, this is the garage door here. Sometimes we went in through the garage, but most of the times, man, I can't like navigate real good. But there's like a little window, you know. There was like an opening, you know. The garage was always locked, so we climbed up and through the little window in, you know. So this is the one house I know better than any other house. You could blindfold me, you know, and I would be able to walk all the rooms and stuff. And the people who live there, they have not a slightest idea, you know, what was going on in that house, you know. That is a very freaking iconic place, you know. That's where my childhood happened, you know. That's where I grew up, you know, with my bunch of other friends. And I'll show you now where the owner of this house, you know, my buddy, where he lives. He didn't move far away from here, you know. He moved and just down this road. And every time I go to Latvia, you know, I go to visit and stay with him sometime. So let's see here. I saw the flag. This is the city flag, city of Ventspils flag, right here. Coat and arms. You know, a gypsy family used to live in this house. Now I don't know who lives there. And by gypsies, I mean not in a bad way, but that's what they are, you know. It's basically a little nation, little group of people with no countries or so, you know. So they're all over Europe, you know. So this is my buddy's house. So this is where he lives. Now he built this house, you know. So it's not that far away at all. Okay. So let's go here. And this house right here, that's where he has sauna, you know, and everything. And that's where the guys get, you know, they gather together, you know, on Friday nights or whatnot, go in sauna, drink beers, you know, and basically hanging out, you know. But yeah, this is where my buddy lives, you know, and his dad owned the house I showed you before. So, what do you guys think? You know, this is Latvia, you know, this is rather new, 21, you know, 2021. And let's go to the beach. How about that? You want to see the beach and how to get to the beach? So we're walking down the street, you know, and then we're going to walk out to this one of the main streets. And again, look, this road goes to the city center. If you go this way, if you go that way, you know, then you can go to the airport. We have a small airport and stuff. But yeah, let's just walk. Let's just walk and get ourselves, let's go to the beach. So what do you think about Latvia? It's very clean. One day I'll make a video, and I'll compare my city with like the rival cities. I'll show you the city where KP Porzingis came from. Okay, that his city name is Liepāja. So my dad's street is just going down this and going that way. But then I had a buddy who lived. Another buddy lived in this house, and they don't live there anymore either. We used to hang out here. But yeah. So if you go forward, you go to downtown. We're going to head up this way, and we're going to pass by these big 9-story buildings. So here's a good bakery right here. They make one of the best, it's like a cafeteria. They make one of the best, what we call piragi. So delicious, like a pierogi kind of thing. Absolutely delicious food in there. Fresh every day. And then we're going to see these commie blocks here, 9-story buildings, and when I grew up, I had a buddy who lived in one of these, and this was not, there a lot of Russians lived in this place. So let's see if I can get in here. Oh yeah, it's letting me get in. So my buddy lived in this house on the 7th floor. There were two they're 9-story buildings. I actually had a girlfriend who lived in this house too. But my buddy lived on the 7th floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. I've been in a part. This is a kitchen window. Then there was a living room. Then this was his grandma's room. But yeah, this is like a old. Now everything is privatized. Here. But yeah, we used to hang out here too. But this is kind of like, it's called the 9-story building area, Ventspils mājas. So we did not like to hang out here because you could get your ass beat, It was kind of like, people who live in these areas, they know where to go or where not to go. So daytime was fine. Nighttime, when the guys came out or whatnot, it was better just to get the fuck out of there, if you didn't want to get your ass beat. So we're just heading to the Baltic Sea. So we have these, what we call the marshrutkas, these little buses, like little shuttle buses. They go all over the city, I got so many ideas, what to show you guys and whatnot, So I think these series, this is a kind of a bigger store right here. But yeah. So this is the, what do you call it, where the women give the birth. The clinic here, where the newborns are. Here's all the hospital on this side. So I just gotta freaking remember now. Why is it lagging? Why did I get stuck here? Oh, I made the wrong turn, I guess. Let's go back. That's weird. So now we're back to where we started. So you guys tell me in the comments, do you like to watch videos like these? It's not letting me to get there. That is strange. That is strange. Let me pull up like the bigger map. Let me drop myself to the beach area. See what I can. Let's just go here. Okay. Let's see, we're gonna be able to go through here. This is like a back ways, you know. This area used to be closed, you know. This where the fishermen boats would come in, you know, right here, and then there's like a marina here for yachts. Okay. And somebody told me that you can now drive through here. You know, so you can come down here, and here's a parking lot, you know. I can't get in there, but yeah, look, here's a marina, viewing tower, mall promenade. And so you would drop your car off here, you know, and then walk up, and behind those sand dunes, that's where the Baltic Sea is at. You walk up here. Okay. And then let's go to the aqua park. We have the aqua park. Can't get in there. So, Central Old Town, Children Recreation Park, then the theater house. But I want to go to aqua park. And that is this direction. Oh, excuse me, but I'm going to have to get my ass around here. So what do you guys think so far? There's the parking. And that's is this right here. There's a park you can go for a walk, you know, the anchor park. There's all kinds of anchors. Let's walk. Let's zoom in on these signs. But yeah, I mean, you can't see, there's all too much vegetation, but that's where the aqua park is right here. And there is this unique house with like a tower on it. It used to be anyways. Oh, there it is. When I was living there, the house was not finished yet. You see that tower going up here? I mean, I believe there's a better view. Oh, there it was. Look, it's kind of weird looking thing. Don't know the purpose of it. But yeah, let's run to the city center real quick. What is that? I don't even know. Oh, this is like a guest house. Hmm. Guest house suite. So that was not there when I lived. This is something new. The house probably was there, but I have no freaking idea that guest house was there. But yeah, this is like what we call it. This is not Westgals. This is like an older Ventspils kind of like area, wooden houses or whatnot, the sleeping area, like what we call, that's kind of like where my dad's house is. More people live over there. So, hospital, this whole complex is a hospital. And we're going to run down and I'll show you where my old the job I had. I was a land surveyor. And I left that job to come to the United States, and I absolutely loved it. And I'll show you where our office was. So, again, it's all covered in vegetation. But right here, these windows, that's where our office was. So I would walk or ride my bicycle from my dad's all the way to here. And then we're gonna run down this street. So this is the government building. The city mayor sits there. I fucking can't stand that guy because he's a communist. He did a lot of things for city, but in the meantime, he's removed now. Actually, he served some jail time, but his cronies are still in there. So, but yeah, I think this was a Catholic church. Right here. I got so many things I want to show you guys about my city. This is where we get. It's a small city. It's not a big city. So what do you think looking at the houses, like what is that reminding you, reminding anything, people who are living in Europe or whatnot? Is it like a little bit of Scandinavian-ish? So this is all new. This is a school, actually trade school, I believe. Used to be anyways, but this is all redone. I do not know what the hell is all this. I totally don't recall it, don't remember. I've got no idea what it is. I can't even recall. What is that? Oh, so it's a freaking hotel. That's like dorm rooms for what I understand, for the people of the school, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna visit Scandinavia too, and it's like, I don't know. We have a lot of those commie freaking buildings, though. Here's a cool fountain right here. So this is the road we were on when I said we can go to downtown. Going that way is my dad's. So here's these little boats, and when it shoots up the water, a lot of times you can see the rainbow. This is a one-way street. You can only go this way, this direction. Wow, we've been recording Klondike. That's like a little gambling place and some food, Tex-Mex. They serve like a Mexican food, and but but it sucks. It's nothing Mexican at all. Back in the day, you can get in trouble here. People get drunk, you know. I don't know if I would hang out in that place. But this pretty much is a downtown area right here. So we do have a lot of flowers and parks, and it's green. So this is like a central bus station, where people get out in the downtown area, and then just walk all over the place. And let's go down to the bus stop. This was like a kids store when I grew up. In this row, my grandma used to work here too in one of them stores. But there was a kids store, and I like to come here, buy new toys and shit. And so there's the bus stop from the other side, going that direction. A newsstand right here, that's been there forever. There used to be right here, a pharmacy. Now I don't know. It's something like a hair product. And then throughout the city, we have these cows. Denver actually have them too. We had like a cow parade. We used to have. So there used to be a store here, right here, where they would sell all kinds of pastries, and people would go in, buy them. They bake them here, in this area. And then people would grab a juice or coffee or whatever while they were waiting for the bus. And I mean, we used to have about 60,000 people in a city, but now, there's like 30,000 people. Windows and doors, login durvis. And I can show you the casino here, where I played my last blackjack game, because me and my buddy, we lost our freaking paychecks that day. We got in a fight, and that was not nice at all. Okay, right here, this Casino Olympic. Fuck that place, man, I can tell you that much. Lost all my paycheck. That was the last time I gambled. Played blackjack. I would go to Vegas, and gamble a little bit, but $100 and I'm out of there. So here's the Latvian flag. Oldest flag in the world, I believe. Let me see. I actually kept the note. The Latvian flag. So the Latvian flag is considered by many to be the oldest national flag in the world to still be used. Its first documentation is mentioned in Rhymed Chronicle of Livonia, which covers period from 1180 to 1343. Can you believe in that? And let's see, we're going up to the bus stop. They remodeled. This is like a city bus stop, like almost like a Union Station would be, for a lot of places in America, in the United States. So you could buy some beers here while you're waiting, and these are between the cities, when you catch a bus to go to capital city, or some other cities. All right, so now let's just go down to the promenade real quick. Which way do I want to go? Let's just walk down this place. I have I've forgotten a lot of. This is like an old town right here. But I've forgotten a lot of places. I haven't been there. There's a marketplace on this side. But bear in mind, 20 years was a long time. I haven't been home. But this is where you go down to the riverfront. And this is where the big ships are coming in. They would get fertilizer, in here. They used to be full of big ships, for fertilizers and grain. Again, fertilizers. I worked up there when I was doing the surveying. And then there's like this little ship comes here, and you could take rides out to the sea, and back and up the river. So a little places where you can buy some souvenirs, ice cream, and stuff like that for people who come visit our city. So yeah, now let's compare. You've seen a little bit. Now let's just go and look at some freaking place in Russia to see like what their little cities look like. I would have to Google it. I found yesterday. So this is the whole Russia. But I found yesterday this one place. They don't have not a lot of places you can actually look at their streets or whatnot, They're just not documented. This is a bigger city, and I ain't going to be a fair comparison. Maybe right here, Bryansk. Let's see what the hell the part of Russia looks here. Okay, so we are in Seleginsk, Buryatia. This is more like a country shit. Let's just walk down and see. I'm more interested, like why it's all grayed out. What everything looks like where people live, like where they sleep, where the regular houses are. This is not good. This is these commie buildings, Stalin time buildings. No, I don't like this. Damn, I should have been better prepared. Let me see. Let me type in something real quick in a search. Oops. Oh, let me probably open up another one. So, list of towns in Russia by population. So let's look down the list. Zhigulovsk. That was the one. Zhigulovsk. How's that spelled out? All right, here. So that's the smallest city I could find, and we just quickly gonna look at. Okay, so they do have some Street views. Let's just drop ourselves in here somewhere, for example. Kaboom! Welcome to Soviet Russia. Big ass fucking pothole. Let's get out of here. Let's just look at. This is gonna be more like where the sleeping areas are. Okay, more people than in my little city, but look at the roads. Jinga. People live like this, you know. Wow. This is actually a street, you know. Okay, Mr. Putin, how about this place? House is like house. I mean, I don't have anything to say, you know. People just buy stuff, you know, what they can afford and build stuff how they can afford. But man, infrastructure wise, you know, it's pretty crazy. We won't see one of these roads in my city. Everything is just like freaking hey, man. Pretty poor, I would say. I'm not picking, I mean, I'm just like pick the, from the list, you know, I pick the freaking city with the population around my city's population. And you find, yeah, I find myself, you know, in this kind of place. This is in Russian, it's called garaji. That's where they store the vehicles, you know. The guys get together and drink some beers over their vodkas. All right, man. Pretty freaking crazy, isn't it? I'm in shock. I did not know that. I mean, I'm going to stumble on this stuff. Anyway, so I guess I'm going to cut it short here, you know. In Zhigulevsk, Samara Oblast, the whole idea was to show you what I'm going to do on this channel and these type of videos. So I'm going to show you basically these type of videos is Google Maps. You know, we're going to talk about the places, we're going to go to the places, we're going to explore more and more and more. But my thing, what I wanted to show is this very first edition is like to show you where I come from, you know, sites from my childhood, you know, from my city. So hopefully I did a decent job. We're definitely going to go back. There's a lot more to show. And so, yeah, guys, in the comments, first of all, if you liked it, you know, press the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. And but leave the comments, you know, and tell me if you like these type of videos, you know, and maybe give me a suggestion, which city do you want me to visit? Type your city name, country, or whatnot, yeah? So something like that, it would be super cool. Otherwise, I'm going to go on my own, and whatever I will think is going to be good for that week, that's what we're going to look at. With that being said, this was Lost Latvian, now falling under the Lost Latvian network, was this very first episode of these type of videos. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Lost Latvian out. Bye.